Okay, so here's something kind of wild. 3 days ago, Rig Zero Season 4 dropped on Crunchyroll. 9 days ago, the beginning after the end Season 2 premiered. And in July, Mushoku Tensei Season 3 hits. We are literally living inside the biggest Isekai moment of the last decade. So let's actually settle this. Japan, Korea, or China? Who does Isekai best right now? So let's start with Japan, because Japan basically invented modern Isekai. And the flagship is airing right now. Rig Zero is on its 4th season. This one is called the Loss Arc, and structurally speaking, this is where the story stops being fun. Subaru has 44 light novel volumes of trauma on his back at this point. His power, returned by death, sends him back every time he dies, and he remembers every single death. Alone. He cannot tell anyone. That is the whole engine of the show. Here's my honest take on Japan. Japanese Isekai makes Isekai hurt, and that is exactly why people still quote these shows 5 years later. The other world is not a vacation. It's a crucible. The author is using a fantasy setting to crack open a character who would never grow in real life, and then forcing them to rebuild on camera. I worked a bookstore shift once where a customer literally cried telling me about Subaru's echidna scene. You do not cry about power levels. You cry when a story sees you. Okay, Korea. Korea looked at Japanese Isekai and said, cool, but what if we made the numbers go up faster? Solo Leveling is the headline. 14.3 billion views worldwide, grand prize at the first ever World Webtoon Awards. And I have to correct something, because the old version of this video got it wrong. Solo Leveling Season 3 is not happening in 2026. The anime is on hold, a theatrical film is reportedly in development for late 2026, and a game called Solo Leveling Karma launches in the second half of the year. Meanwhile, the beginning after the end is kind of the sleeper giant. Season 2 is airing right now, and the web novel actually finished last August at chapter 529. The entire story is done. You can binge the whole thing. So here's the thing about Korean Isekai. Korea didn't just borrow the genre, Korea perfected the feedback loop. Level up, new skill, new rank, new outfit, screen flash, sound effect, repeat. And I know people roll their eyes at that, but if you actually read Solo Leveling on your phone during a commute, you notice something. The panel pacing is designed the exact same way mobile gaming reward loops are designed. That's not an accident. That's craft. That is the entire Korean webtoon industry talking directly to your dopamine system, and honestly, it slaps. Now China. And here is the unfair part. China has been writing this exact genre for literal centuries, way before Isekai was even a word. It's called Shenxia, Cultivation Fantasy. Battle Through the Heavens has over 800 manhwa chapters, and its donghua is airing Season 5 right now on Sunday nights. Martial Peak is past 1,500 chapters, which is insane to even say out loud. Soul Land 2 is continuing one of the biggest donghua franchises China has ever produced. Chinese cultivation stories do not run for 24 episodes. They run for literal decades, with dozens of cultivation ranks stacked on top of each other like a skyscraper. So here is my actual verdict after reading all 3 for years. Japan optimizes for emotional depth. You will remember the characters long after you forget the plot. Korea optimizes for pacing and progression. You will finish a season in 2 days and immediately start the next one. China optimizes for scale and world building. You will still be reading the same series 3 years from now and the protagonist will still be climbing ranks. None of these is objectively better, they are answering different questions. But if you put a blade to my throat and made me choose, I'd pick Japan. Because I want the story to see me. Alright, your turn. Real question, not a hedged one. If you could only read one of these 3 for the entire next year, Japanese light novels, Korean webtoons, or Chinese manhwa, and nothing else, which one are you actually picking? Tell me in the comments. And if you made it this far, subscribe. More deep dives next week.